struggling guitarist. We're going to struggle through Island in the Sun by Weezer. I'll see you there. Ooh, man, this is a good song. I can't wait to play it with you. In fact, I've broken out a toy for us to play with today. I've broken out the looper on my effects board. We'll see how that goes. Anyway, let's get started. So let's break this song down. The basic notes to the song is an E minor, an A minor, a D, and a G. Now we'll actually play these chords a little bit later on, but what we're going to be doing today is we're actually going to be playing triads or inverted chords. So what we're going to do, we're going to start with the shape of the D minor chord, except for we're going to scoot it up to the 3rd, 4th, and 5th fret. So the way this looks is the index is going to go on the 1st string, 3rd fret. Your ring finger's going to go on the 2nd string, 5th fret. And your ring finger is going to go on the 3rd string, 4th fret. Now this is an E minor. Isn't that cool? This is one of those triads. So we're going to start here. This is the E minor. Then we're going to move to an A minor, which is actually covering up the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd strings on the 5th fret here. Now you can either, I've seen moving the whole finger down, or you could cover it with your ring finger, or what I understand is that the guys from Weezer will actually do that with their pinky. That's my weakest finger. I tend to stay away from that. But you can choose any one of these to do it. Then we're going to make a regular D, but remember this is a triad, so we're just doing the 3. And then we're making a G. And the G is you're doing the 1st and 2nd strings on the 3rd fret, and your middle finger is going to come up on the 4th string, 4th fret. So let's just play those one at a time. So now we move on to the strum. And the strum is a little syncopated, a little funky here, but it's a lot of fun. It might take a couple times, but you'll get this. You can do it. 1, 2, and 3, 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, 4. Now remember, I don't do it very well, but this is supposed to be the engine that never stops, right? I mean, even if you're missing notes, you're supposed to be, I totally stop that engine. I don't swing my hand the whole way through. So we're going to start on that E minor, and we're going to do 1, 2. We're going to move to the A minor, and you're going to say, and 3, 4. We're going to scoot to the D, and I go 1, and 2, and then we're going to move to that G, and 3, 4. Let's try it slowly. Let's work through it a couple times. And now you're going to try and speed that up a little. Now, one thing I'll point out is after that D, you'll notice that I leave my finger there and it's covering these 2 strings. I think in a perfect world, I would readjust. I would make sure I have that note correct. But since it doesn't seem to matter, I'm already covering these 2 other strings. I can leave my finger there. I can be lazy. Yes, sorry, teach. Don't pay attention to this. But yeah, I can just leave it there. I just left it right there. I guess do whatever feels nicest, but maybe you shouldn't do what I do. I'm just saying. Anyway, you're done with the intro riff. Let's move on. So now we move on to the verse, which is really just an underlying strum, an underlying rhythm to the whole song. For this, we are going to move to our regular chords. Whew. we're done. Woohoo! So yeah, I mean, it's basically that easy. So our strum here is going to be a 1, 2, and 3, 4, and. Just over and over. 1, 2, and 3, 4, and 1, 2, and 3, 4, and. But we're going to do it with the chords up here. So we're going to do E minor, 1, and to your A minor, to your D, to your G. And like that, congratulations, you're done with the verse. Now on to the pre-chorus. The pre-chorus is actually pretty cool here. You'll hear it in a couple different spots throughout the song. It's a lot of fun. What you'll do is you'll start with your index finger, 1st string, 3rd fret, and your ring finger, 2nd string, 5th fret. And we're gonna bounce between them. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So next we're gonna move up here. We're going to put our index finger, 1st string, 2nd fret, and our middle finger on the 2nd string, 3rd fret. We're going to do that once. Then we're going to squeeze our ring finger in to this 1st string, 3rd fret. We're going to cram it in underneath, and then we're going to keep bouncing. So it'd be 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Let's try that again. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. A little bit faster. As I mentioned at the start of this video, I have a new toy. And by new, I mean really old. One I've never touched up until now, up until the last week. I want to try something new. I am going to use the looper that's inside my effects board. Now, I'm just going to put this out there. I'm going to try it. I'm going to have fun. You do not need this by any stretch. Everything you're learning today, you'll be able to turn around and you can play right to the song. This is just for fun. It's a new toy that I feel compelled to try out. Keep stretching my wings and falling to the ground. But keep stretching my wings. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to play that verse understrum here. So let's see if I can do this in one take. Nope, not quite. Oh, God. 1, 2, 3, 4. And like that, you're done with the pre-chorus. So now on to the chorus. And the chorus here is one of the easier parts by far. The first thing I need to note is I am going to use a fuzz type of distortion in this section. You can use any kind of distortion you want here. I just found that the fuzz was just a setting, click, and it sounded great. Use whatever works best for you. But to start, we're going to start with it off so we can talk to each other and we can hear. We're going to start on the D, and we're going to play the 8 strums. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. We're going to go to a G. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Back to the D. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Back to the G. 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and. Then we're going to move to a C. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. To an A, I like to do the bar chord rocker A, but if you want to do the traditional A, go for it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Back to a D, but we're going to play the D twice through, so it's for a total of 16 notes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Let's put all those together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. G, B, G, C, A, D. And like that, you're done with the chorus. Now for the final part, the solo. Normally, I skip the solo. Very often, they're beyond my abilities, or, you know what, they just deserve their own video. They are so complicated, so cool, that, yeah, they need their own video. However, this one is super easy, and we get to do it. So let's get started on this. So what we're going to do is we're going to start up here, the first string, 10th fret. Then we're going to go to the 3rd string, 9th fret, to the 7th fret. We're going to scoot up a string. So we're 1, 2, 3, 4th string, 10th fret again, 10, 9, 10, 9. Then we're going to do a 9, 7, staying on the same string. We're going to scoot down, 5, 4, 5, 4. So let's try that whole thing again. I like giving it the wobble. It just sounds awesome. You don't have to. Then we repeat it, but this time we leave out that initial 10th fret top note there. So it will be a little syncopated here. You're going to have to hesitate because the first part was... You're just going to have to imagine it's there. So let's do the whole thing through. Bop. And believe it or not, that is the solo. Now let's go ahead and play through this song. Per usual, we're going to play a shortened version. So here's what I'm thinking. What we'll do is we'll play the intro, the main riff, twice through. Then we'll do the verse twice through, followed by the solo. We only play that once, right? Then we'll do the pre-chorus, but because I think it's fun to bounce back and forth on those strings, let's do that 4 times through. Then we'll go and do the cool, fuzzy, distorted chorus. We'll play that 1 time through. And finally, we'll wrap up with that main riff, the intro section, right? 4 times through because, let's face it, that's the quintessential sound of this song, and it just needs to be played. So as you know, very often I like to dress up for my playthroughs. Let's make today no exception. So much better. A little known fact, I bet you didn't know that I shop at the same place as Clark Kent, did you? Anyway, we should get started. 1, 2, 3, 4. appreciate you guys joining me today. Man, what a good song. It's just a ton of fun. It's got some cool chords that we haven't tackled before. And it's got a super catchy riff, which you'll just be singing for a while. I will admit, I've been singing it for the last week, so sorry. I appreciate you joining me. I appreciate you playing along. You guys make it so much more fun to do this. Make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. And I'll see you next time on The Struggling Guitarist.